quickly, I just must ask you, the Lost in Translation, when you were making that film, I read that you had a particular phrasebook in Japan. Is this true?
That's true.
Where did you even get that phrasebook?
I don't know where I found it. I sort of went hunting, looking for something, and it's something that I'd purchased years before I made the film, and it's a book called Making Out in Japanese.
So what are some of the phrases in the book?
Well, it's pretty great, and I used to take this book with me to dinner. I used to take this to the sushi bar and sit down in front of the sushi chef and say, "Can we get into the back seat? Do you have a curfew? Do you mind if I use protection?" These guys all had big knives, big knives, sharp knives, and they all liked it very much. But I had a lot of fun with that book, and it just made my life so much fun. I still have the book; it's a treasure to me. It's in my first editions.
Yes, of course. It's under glass.
Yeah, and I learned some great expressions. I learned one expression which turns out to be like the final thing you say before you kill or fight in Japan, which is, "Who do you think you're talking to?" Which is like a real status kind of thing you do, and you say, "Dare ni mukatte moto itendayo." And you say it like that, and it's totally terrifying. And we used to get dressed up on Sophia's movie. We'd move around, and you'd have a makeup. We'd rent like a small hotel room, and that would be the makeup and hairdressing and all the stuff and the wardrobe and everything. One morning, I'd gotten my first iPod. This is a long story. You got a lot of time.
Yeah.
I got my first iPod, and I was singing like the Beatles. I was singing something like "Let It Be," something like that, really loud, at full volume. But it's 5:30 in the morning, and some guy steps out of his hotel room in his robe, and he comes down and he starts shouting at me. And I had the headphones on, and I just looked at him and I said, "Dare ni mukatte moto." And this giant man just went completely white. His face went, because it's a Yakuza thing, which means now you're going to die. And the guy ran down the hall, slammed the door, and locked the door. So,
It was great.